All right, guys. So today I want to take a break from talking about crypto to talk about forex and coming back down, especially into optimizing your strategy. Because a lot of people think they have a strategy, but they don't really have one. And if you just trade, look at your trade history, okay, your trade record, you will very quickly be able to tell that you're not following a system. All right, because you're all over the place. You buy, you sell on the same day, right? You're trading on all kinds of different hours, trading all kinds of different instruments, right? Even if that's crypto, right? So it turns out a lot of people don't have a system. They just think they do. So it's important to go through your history and figure out if you're actually following something or not. But in the case that you are following something, okay, resembling a trading system, I want you to then come here to this website. Let me switch it over. Okay. Right here. I want you to come into this website. Let me move my head here. Okay. And what you're going to do, is you're going to calculate, how much money you have to invest. So whatever, most people have $1,000 accounts. How much do you want to make per day? So based on your trading system, again, this works better if you already have a trading system or you think you have it, right? So you plug in those numbers and you identify it. So let's say, oh, I want to grow at 2% per day, whatever that may be for you. Okay, you just plug in your numbers across how many days or, across how many trades. So there's about there's 5 trading days in a week. There's about 20 trading days in a month. So, well over 200 days in a year, but there's always some holidays and stuff like that where there's no trading. So for a period of a year, I always like to put like 200 days. So then it will tell you if you start with $1,000 and you're able to grow your account at 2% per day, okay, over the course of a year, and that is actually following your system, right? This would be like following your system. Your account would be at $52,000. Okay, so I want you to come here, try this thing out to help you identify. Now, I also have this strategy tester back here, and this is even more important. Okay, so if you should really pay attention to this. So I want you to go through your trading history. This is not what you think. Listen, these numbers must be coming straight out of your trading history. This cannot be coming out of your mind. You cannot be just like, oh, I think my win rate is 90%. No, bro, that does not happen. Okay. You need to look at least a 6-month period of your actual trading on a real live account. Okay. And then you're going to figure out the numbers. All right. And let's say you have a 50% win rate. Okay. How much risk per trade do you actually do? Okay, so you're gonna figure out every trade you enter, what's the average loss you take, or that, right? So that should be the risk. So you figure that out. Is it 2%? Is it 5%? Is it 10%? Is it 10%? Right? Then how many trades? This is just for the forecaster tool to help you build a model visually. Let's say for a year, I also did like around 200 trades, and then your risk reward, and this needs to be actual captured risk reward. This cannot be like, oh, I set my take profit to 2 to 1, but then I close partials when I'm 10% in profit or what. No, this needs to be like actually from your trading history. Exactly how much risk reward are you actually capturing? Okay, this cannot be just theoretical. This needs to be the actual number. So if you are here on a 1-to-1, meaning you risk 50 pips to make 50 pips, okay, then this is what you put in. If you risk 50 pips to make 100 pips, then your risk reward is 2. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? But this needs to be from your actual trading history. Then you hit forecast. Okay, so, and this is gonna do like a chart for you. Let me actually move my head again. Okay. So this is going to do a chart for you. And what this is doing, this is actually calculating a bunch of random sequence trade events. So what it does is it shows your strategy expectations here. Okay, this is very important. If it's green, it should be good. If it's red, it's bad. Okay, like you're gonna lose money like fast, like super fast. But if it's green, it should work. Okay. Now, there's some important statistics here for you to look at. I personally, so this is the most important right here, the expected value. If your trade, so this again, this is based on your strategy. If your strategy has less than a 1, it's probably not good enough. Like you need to improve it. Okay, I'm not saying you're not gonna make money. Maybe you're gonna make money for a week or 2 or 3, but eventually the strategy is just not good enough, right? You need better parameters. So really, you should work on this until your expected value is over 1. Okay, right now it's 0.5, so it's bad. Okay, even though it's green, it's not so good. Okay. Then, so this would be the return, your return over 200 trades, so over a year. I think this assumes you start with like $1,000 as well. Then you got, this one is my favorite. Honestly, this is my favorite statistic right here. So this is how many trades to double your account. So based on your win rate and all that, it should be 15 trades until you double your money. Okay, and that for me is super important. It's one of the metrics in any of my investments that I look really carefully. Is I try to figure out exactly how long does it take me to double my money. Because we're not here to make chump change. Then there's probability confidence. Obviously, the higher the number, the better. Again. So you can just play with this until you have a higher confidence. And a higher confidence just assumes that sometimes you're going to have winning streaks and sometimes you're going to have losing streaks, and we really cannot control it. Okay, even if you follow your strategy perfectly, sometimes it's just all strategies don't work all the time, right? So even my strategy, sometimes there's periods of a couple of weeks where it doesn't work, and I lose a little bit of money. So this tries to figure out if you have a losing streak, like how strong your account will be, like if you're still going to be able to survive this and continue to prosper. But again, like this is my favorite thing to look at, and I want it over 1. And then next to that would be really my how many trades to double. That's really like the juice, right? And then you have this super nice thing right here. Let me move my face again. So this creates a chart for you. Okay, in this chart, creates a bunch of random variables where it tells you where your account is going. So it simulates some losses as well. See, so it doesn't assume you win every time. It creates a random path expectation where sometimes you just lose, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. See here, win, lose, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. See, so it creates a more realistic scenario where sometimes you're going to have losing streaks. Okay, sometimes you're going to lose 2-3 trades in a row. Dude, sometimes you may lose 10 trades in a row. It doesn't mean the system it doesn't work, or as long as you're following the system, I don't really care much about it. You understand? Like, just pick something that works, that you know absolutely that it works, and then stick to it. And if you're able to really trade the system, you're going to be fine. Think about the turtle traders, right? Like those guys lost money a lot. They lost a lot of money. Their win rate was very low, like 20% or something, but because they were breakout traders. But they just stick to the system and risk very small amounts, and over time it paid off. Okay, so and then it creates this chart here over the course of how many trades you set it to. In this case, 200. So and then it would tell you, oh, so your $1,000 following this path could be 1.6 million, blah blah blah. And again, this is a more realistic path forward than just calculating, than just assuming every trade is a win, which is not true. And if you click this forecast button again with the same data, okay, with the same strategy plugged in, what's going to happen is it's going to calculate a new random walk. Okay, so it's like in a new scenario. All right, so you click it, right? So in a new scenario, you see how the chart just changes? So it assumes a whole new scenario where you took, where the trading conditions were a little different. It just picked a different time in history, and it just assumed, okay, so this time around, you would make 1.8 million. You understand? Oh, here you were at 1.7 million, and then you had a period of drawdown, and you were down to 1 million. So in this case, you lost like 700,000. Then you win, boom, 1.8 million. You understand what I'm saying? So it just assumes a different path. So we click it again, see? A different path is generated. So it doesn't mean one is better than the other, but it's a good idea for you to generate a few different paths to see if your strategy survives completely different trading conditions. Because this is picking different conditions of trading in different points in time through history. Okay, so it is a good exercise for you to do for resilience. So you build some strength into your trading system, and with confidence that it should work if you stick to it. Okay, so again, you can just keep playing with this, and it will give you different results. And see, in this case, we got to 12 million because it assumed a bunch of wins in a row. Assumed a few winning streaks, and that's it's truthful. If you have a win streak of like 7, 8, 9, 10 trades in a row, win, and you're risking a decent amount of money. Like in this, we're assuming a 10% risk, it's gonna grow fast. If you assume, let's say, 2% risk instead of 10, okay, let's see the chart here. Okay, see, things are very different. See, now it tells you it takes 70 trades to double your account. Okay. And throughout the same course of history, you only got to $8,000, right? So not a million, not 16 million, right? So, and if you do it again, see, different chart, just simulating your strategy with different market conditions, so you have a more powerful a strategy, and you understand it better in terms of your own expectations. So to keep trading it. All right, guys. So here's the link to it. It's just maximainvestments.com/calc.html. I'll put a link down below the video. Go there, play with it, test it out. Make sure your strategy is strong, and comment down below what you learned through this exercise, if it helped you and how it helped you improve. All right, see you on the next one.